Hi team, welcome to this first session in our strength endurance build. Let's get walking start off with, shall we? Let's get going. We can talk and walk. Okay. So, just going to quickly talk you through how these sessions are going to work, and then obviously talk you through this session's workout. But the sessions all have the same basic structure. You can watch these or you can listen to them. Okay, it's the same session, should be equally accessible, but the way we start off with is with a 10-minute warm-up, like we're starting off now, and we'll build up to sort of like a 4 out of 10 run, and that's how these sessions will go. I'll be talking according to rate of perceived exertion, so effort out of 10. So right now we're kind of barely at a 1, we're just strolling happily along. And then we'll go in the sessions, you know, we'll work at various rates. 10 being a full-on sprint, which we'll do some hill rep type sessions where we'll be going kind of max effort. But the main focus of these sessions is going to be somewhere around that 9 out of 10, that VO2 max area. Okay. But we will be referring to different pacings as well. And I'll also be getting you to check in on your heart rate at times. But the kind of underpinning of these sessions is rate of perceived exertion to make them as accessible as possible. So as I say, people can listen to them, they can watch them, you can do them on a treadmill, do them on the trails, whatever. And the easiest way of making it inclusive is to do it to RPE. So yeah, these sessions will start off with a 10-minute warm-up. We'll then break for a few minutes to do some dynamic stretches. It will be the same stretches each time, just to make it as easy as possible for those that are purely listening in. That should take around 3 to 5 minutes before we get back running, get back on the treadmill, get back on the trails, whatever your environment. We'll do maybe 3 to 5 minutes of easy jogging back into it before we get into the pre-main or the main set. Okay, so we take this session, for example, we've got a 10-minute warm-up, do this dynamics, then 3 minutes of easy running before we start kind of like a very drawn out ramp set. And the point of this ramp set is to kind of teach you about the different pacings that we will be using and how they should feel, how they should relate to pace and heart rate, etc. Okay, so the way that will transpire is we'll do 3-minute blocks as part of this ramp with 2 minutes of kind of easy jogging in between. So we'll be starting off at sort of marathon pace, which will be like a 5 out of 10 effort. Then it'll be half marathon, which is sort of 6 out of 10, 10k, which is 7, 5k, which is an 8, and then kind of 3k or VO2 max area, which will be like a 9 out of 10, which is, as I say, a big focus of these strength endurance sessions. And we will do some sort of 10 out of 10 efforts, sort of hill reps and things like that, but they will be sparse just because of the safety aspect. A lot of our running will be in the winter, and kind of sprinting isn't without its risks. Right, so let's get going, shall we? So let's just start moving. So to get into an easy jog, just make it super chill. 2 or 3 out of 10 effort. Just getting going. Always actually recommend, we'll always do a couple of minutes of walking at the start, but I do always like to start my runs with a bit of a walk and then running with the dog, and then decision is made for me. But just having a little walk does just kind of help the focus, helps kind of loosen you up a little bit, helps prepare your joints, get some synovial fluid into those joints before you start to hit them with lots of stress. Anyway, shouldn't be stressed right now though. To be really nice and relaxed. 2 or 3 out of 10. And as we get through the next sort of 5 minutes or so, we'll build up to kind of solid zone 2 running, which is always like a 4 out of 10 effort. I'll be talking, giving you little cues about how the effort should feel. Right now, if you were talking back to me, you should be very comfortable doing so. Let's just increase a little bit. Just sort of 2.5, 3. nice and relaxed. So if you guys have ever done these sorts of sessions before with me, you'll know my regular cues. Ones that you'll probably get sick and tired of me saying are things like shoulders down, shoulders back a little bit, chin up. Okay, they're just some key ones. They help to open up your airways, help you relax. Other one is to drive through your knees. That's just going to help you pick up your feet. So if you're a little bit of a shuffler, maybe you're a less experienced runner, or you're prone to, when you get fatigued, you'll drag your feet a little bit, we'll be helping you with that kind of stuff. Just giving you some technique and postural cues to help you through. Right, let's go up another notch. Up to a solid 3 out of 10 now. Still pretty chill. But we're definitely running now. The knees are starting to lift. Weight has shifted further forwards in our foot, and perhaps having to just think a little bit more. So, working on pacing is such a crucial skill. I would say it's probably the aspect of running that people get wrong the most, particularly triathletes. They really struggle when they get off the bike to kind of understand that RPE, pace, heart rate relationship. They're so drilled into running at a certain pace that when they get off the bike, sometimes they kind of lose perspective a little bit. So for our triathletes in particular, a session like this is key. Just kind of keeping you sensible, because so often triathletes think they're bad runners, whereas actually they've just gone too hard on the bike, and it's not that they're bad at running or they got poor conditioning, just paced it all wrong. Anyway, it's a bit of a negative tone. We'll change that up. Let's be a bit more positive in our pace. 3.5 out of 10. So it should be very marginal increase in effort. The way I always think about zone 2 running is it should be an effort where your mind can just drift, and you can start to have like those hypothetical arguments in your head with people that don't deserve it. You know, or you can think about what you're gonna have for dinner. Really relaxed. But another way, I know when I'm working too hard, if I want to be at zone 2, is that my mind can't do that. Focus intently on where my feet are going, or on my breath, or on how hard I'm working. Okay, up to a 4 out of 10 now. This is solid. Zone 2 running. Nice and relaxed, so shoulders down. Take out the hands. Keep the chin up. We've just got about 1.5 minutes. Then we're going to pause for some dynamics. Guys, staying nice and chill. Oh, I'll come up to the last minute. So shortly we'll be moving into some dynamic stretches. Always do them as part of your run, guys. Always. They're so good for changing the kind of tone of a run. So for instance, right now, I'm not feeling my best. I'm not gonna lie, it's nothing wrong with me. But you know when you start running, sometimes you're just like, oh, yeah, don't know if I'm firing. I'm feeling a bit breathy and stuff. And so I know when I get to the dynamic stretches, that's just an opportunity for me to top of that, loosen off, just change my mindset a little bit, make it a bit more positive. Helps to break up a run, particularly if it's a long, steady state one. Right, so let's pause the workout there. And I'll just shift over to the mat. And we'll get into dynamic stretches. So it's going to be the same each week. We're just going to start with some calf raises with heel taps. So all that is going up on your toes and then touch your heels together like that. So 10 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm just going to do some walking calf raises as well. So the key with this is go right up onto your big toe. So take a step forward, roll through, and then go up onto your big toe. Okay, this is a really important one for big toe engagement, which is a thing in running. Not the technical term, but it's actually something I struggle a little bit with on my right side. I struggle to get that big toe down, and really your foot should roll so that your big toe is the last point of contact. And I struggle with that on my right side. Just mechanical reasons really, but this helps to start thinking about it. Just a couple more. Okay, then we're going to go into some standing pancake windmills. So all these stretches will be standing. So you take your feet basically as wide as you can go. Up by your ears. You're just going to twist towards one foot, hinge at the hips, scoop your hands in front of your toes. Go up to the other side. So I've gone right to left. Then I'm going down to my left, cross to the right, and up. We're just going to do 10 of these. So that's 4, 5. This is just loosening off the hamstrings. 6. So that's where you should feel it. 7, 8, 9. Also just loosen off the lower to mid back as well. Then we'll do some trusty leg swings. So forward and back on each side, 10 on each side. 7, 9, 10. On the side. 4. Just kicking a little higher with each one. Reducing off the hip flexors as well by kicking back. And then across the body. Kicking out to the side. A little bit higher with each one. Get the adductors and abductors going. Okay. Then I'm just going to jog on the spot and make sure you're right on your tiptoes. Okay, when you're landing. So staying on your tiptoes. Then we're going to do some high knees. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20. And then some opening the gates. So lifting the knee up, rotating the knee out to the side. 5 of these on each side. Now 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Are ready to go. Just some arm swings. Finish off. Forwards, backwards. Your lower body and upper body are connected, so it's very tempting sometimes just to loosen off the lower body. I think the upper body doesn't really matter, but it does make a big difference to your posture, particularly in terms of just loosening off your shoulders, keeping them away from your ears. And there we go. Let's go back to the treadmill. Let's get running again. Whatever the scenario. Okay, here we are. Let's get going. Okay, so just building back through the gears a little bit, back to a 4 out of 10. Okay, over the next course of 3 minutes, let's start the workout again. Okay, so just Building, lifting the knees. Use the knees to drive you forwards. If you're perhaps quite a heavy stepper, you'll find that if you drive your knees a little bit more, you'll just bring the emphasis slightly further forwards in your foot. I'm not going to get into mid-foot to forefoot striking and all that. It's a bit of a rabbit hole. All we really want to make sure is that we're doing the really core stuff importantly, and all that will work itself out. And by that I mean just making sure you're driving the knees, shoulders down, chest quite upright, chin up. And stay relaxed in the hands. I guess like a really kind of basic cue is relaxed up top, strong down below. So we've got another minute 45 at 4 out of 10. Heart rate should be well below your threshold heart rate. Is your mind able to drift? Do you feel relaxed? You should do. That's the goal. We're zone 2 running. So it's about a minute and 15. We'll turn the wick up a tiny bit. Just do marathon pace. It should be moving up to a 5 out of 10. Not crazy. It's a little lift. Very easy to think that marathon pace is a really big pick up from zone 2. It's not. You've got to hold that for 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 5 hours, depending on your ability. About 20 seconds to go. Then relax, chin is up, take out the hands, drive the knees. Okay, let's lift it a little bit, shall we? So just up to 5 out of 10. Should feel just a little bit stronger. Just feel like you're running with a touch more purpose. I don't worry too much if you get a bit wrong in this session, guys. It's kind of the purpose of it. But let's be honest with ourselves. I think that's one of the things that's really key in progressing as a runner, is each session is being honest with yourself about how you're going. We use pacings in a sort of workout prescription to be helpful, but you shouldn't be a slave to those pacings. There's going to be days where you can nail it, feeling really good, you hit the pacings without question, and like to dream. But there'll be also quite a few days where you're at the bottom of the range, or you just not getting the range at all. Not if you're being honest. Not if you're being honest in terms of your perceived exertion, your heart rate, and that's okay. It's really not a big deal. Running is quite different to cycling because it's weight bearing. It's just generally harder. Like the equivalent effort in running is, you're talking 20 beats, sometimes 30 beats higher in terms of heart rate than the equivalent effort in cycling. You know, my maximum heart rate in cycling is in the 170s, whereas in running, I get up to 180s, 190s. Right. Still pushing along at 5 out of 10. Shouldn't be hard. Should feel reasonably strong. Last minute. Approaching the last 36 or so. Then we're going to drop back down for 4 out of 10. Okay, just knock off the pace a touch. 3 or 4 out of 10. Let's relax a little bit. 2 minutes to hit this. 32, 4 out of 10 effort. And then we'll go up to half marathon pace, which is a 6 out of 10. If you're wondering, guys, on paper this looks like a really straightforward session. It's actually a reasonably hard one. We're always on the move, no pure recovery, but you know, we're going to be finishing off with some tough efforts. So if you look at the session on paper, you're like, oh, I can do that easy. Let's wait till we get to the end. So stay focused. Make sure you're gauging your effort right. Make sure you're relaxing and taking it down to easy leg to running in between the work blocks. Otherwise it will catch up. Alright, 30 seconds of chilling, then we're going up to that 6 out of 10. Here we go then. Don't need to kick, just slowly build up to a 6. So this should feel strong, but yet we're still not working hard. In a half marathon, it's only really that final 5 to 10k where you'll be really going for it, very controlled until the end. So let's get into that controlled effort. Remember, chin up, driving the knees, shoulders down, relax. Done. Keep the chin up. Couple of minutes. Strong effort. Keep an eye on your heart rate. Should be still very much sub-threshold. Okay. Halfway through this one, 90 seconds left, about half marathon pace. Last minute, then relax, on maintaining the same effort, 6 out of 10. Last 30. Then, here we go all the way. Then we're going to go 2 dials down from a 6 to 4. There we go. Easing off. Back to super manageable effort. Good job, guys. Let's keep the legs turning over. The skill that we're also learning in this session is how to be patient in your recovery. In a race, you'd never get the recovery you want. You'll actually get like a 20k downhill. So, one of the things that we'll be instilling in you in these sessions is how to just be confident and patient in your recovery. Just know that your legs will come back, your breath will come back. And that will be, particularly towards the end of the session, quite a key element. 2 minutes feel increasingly short. Just coming up to 30 seconds at 4 out of 10. Breathing. Then we're going to go up to 10k pace. That'll be a 7 out of 10. So it should be still sub threshold. A little bit like a sweet spot effort in cycling. We're very much getting onto the cusp of hard. Build into it, don't just kick, don't sprint up to speed. Okay, so it's going to slowly build up to 10k pace. Really driving the legs now. Try and stay as relaxed as possible up top. Keeping that chin up. Don't compress those airways. Keep the chin up. Look forwards. So yeah, this is an effort that you could sustain over a maximum of 10k, or it should be. So however fast you are, 30, 40, 50 minutes. Just think about that now. Is this a level that you could sustain for that effort? First minute down, 2 to go. Keep an eye on your heart rate. Still be just sub threshold. Halfway. Especially in the last minute, just do a little check over your body. Are you driving your knees? Your shoulders down, chin up. Working out 7 out of 10. On the cusp of hard. Approaching 30 seconds. Last 20. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Easing down now to 10. Back to cruising speed. Now you're probably gonna have to start being patient. Wait for your breath to come back. The easiest way is just clear your mind, shake out your arms, your shoulders, make sure your chin is up, your chest is up, and just wait. Be patient. A few more efforts to go, going up to 5k pace, and then in the final effort, up to VO2 effort, up to sort of 3k pace. So, 2 hard and very hard efforts, both 3 minutes, then we're done. So 6 minutes hard work. Sips of the fluids if you've got some. Try not to make big gulps. Just little sips. Otherwise it might come back up. So remember, in these final 2 efforts, build. When you're doing your sessions, particularly if you're doing it on your own, try to avoid kicking. Because that kick, that initial big acceleration, will be largely anaerobic. And so what you might find is that you're kind of scuppering your own workouts. You say you're doing like a 5-minute threshold effort. You know, the first 30 seconds, 45 seconds might be anaerobic, putting you into the red before you even get going. So build. Let's build now. Off we go. Building up to 5k pace. Getting there steadily over the course of the first 30 odd seconds. Probably here, it's quite easy to do on the treadmill. Slowly notch it up. Try and get into that habit when you're out on the road on the trails as well. Steadily ratcheting it up. Work it through your head. Go up to your zone 4. Go to 5 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. And now 8 out of 10. We're just over 2 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes to go, 1 down. Okay, relax, chin up. Approaching halfway. Halfway, 90 seconds. 5k pace, solid 8 out of 10. Should be hard, should be around your threshold heart rate. Going strong. Last 6 seconds. Stay relaxed. Forty-five. Okay, 30. Nearly there. Last 20, stay strong. 8 out of 10. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Easing down. 4 out of 10. Just allowing my treadmill to spin down a little bit. So be patient again. One last effort to do. That was an 8 out of 10. We should have 2 more steps above that. So we should have a 9 out of 10. And then a sprint beyond this. Beyond that, sorry. But now the minute and 20 or so, just relaxing. Get your breath back. Try and get that heart rate down as much as possible, but we have to go again in about a minute's time. Okay, this is probably the example I was talking about earlier, where the recovery is just not adequate enough. Purposeful to make sure you have a good first session. So stay positive. It's just a 3-minute effort in that hurt locker. Going up to a 9 out of 10. We're just above your aerobic threshold, just on the suffering zone around your VO2 max. Your VO2 max, by the way, maximum volume of oxygen you can utilize at one point. Ready? 15 seconds. Get ready to go. Get yourself prepped in your mind. One last burst. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Build, remember. Don't kick. Steadily building through. Up to a 5. Up to a 6. Up to a 7. To an 8. And then just going that one step higher. Up to a 9 out of 10. Let's do this. 2.5 minutes of hard, very hard work. Really driving those knees now. Keep that chin up. Last 2 minutes, come on, let's drive this home. Stay strong. Heart rate above threshold now. Pushing last minute and 45. Nine seconds, halfway. $70. Final 6 seconds, we're nearly there. Keep pushing. Chest up, chin up. Shoulders down. Pick out the hands. Drive the knees. $45 seconds left. $30. Last nudge. 20. Last 10 seconds all the way to the end. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Easing down now. Down to a 4. Down to a 3. Down to a 2. Stay here for a bit. Just trotting. And then about 30 seconds, we'll lead into a walk. Bring your heart rate down slowly. Just watch your heart rate now. You'll be coming down below threshold, working its way through the zones. Last 10. Then we're gonna walk. Minutes. Hopefully bring that heart rate right down. Okay, down to a walk. Well done. Okay, just walk out for a couple minutes. Keep an eye on your heart rate. In an ideal scenario, you would stay like this now until your heart rate came down below maybe like 100 beats. That tends to be how I approach my cool downs. I'll just keep going really easy. Once my heart rate's down by below 100, I then know I can step off. Really well done, guys. That's the first session. Surprisingly tough, but a good session that. Should have a really good appreciation of the different levels. Don't worry if that final set, that 3-minute effort at the end, you were eyeballs out, just absolutely dying. You might have just slightly misjudged the other efforts. So this session really should be a really quite accurate representation of those different pacings. So have a little look at your numbers. Look where your heart rate was in each of the different efforts, and it's just this will just give you a reference point going forwards. You know that penultimate step should have been around threshold heart rate, and then step above, just slightly above threshold heart rate really. If you were already above threshold, 3 steps before, yeah, you've misjudged it. But that's not a big deal, it's okay. It's all about figuring this stuff out. So you'd have to tell him. So just keep on walking. A few seconds left of the workout, and then I'll leave you alone. If you need a bit more time to get your heart rate down, just carry on walking till your heart rate is below 100. With that, I'll leave you, and really well done. Good, strong first session.